Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Come Get a Movie Show.
And I'm back, guest co-star once again.
Some reason.
He
just sneaks in here, dude.
You leave the door unlocked.
I'm doing a video and he just sneaks in and he's just like,
he offers me free food. Like BoJack.
I'm sleeping on my couch too, BoJack Horseman.
So anyway, guys, today we are reviewing the Amazon Originals
Outer World.
Outer Range.
Wrong outer.
The wrong outer. You think of Obsidian on that one.
Yeah, Outer Range. Starring Josh Brolin.
And so
let's describe this show.
It's a wild ride.
It's
a thriller. It's a thriller.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery thriller.
It's a mystery thriller. It's kind of, it may have some depending on what you think, it might be sci-fi or supernatural elements. Yeah. You don't know. Within the first 2 episodes,
this show doesn't tell you shit. It expects you to figure it out.
And it's not spoilers because it's in the trailers to say that the show revolves around the Abbott family and the lead character,
Josh Brolin. Royal Abbott is the patriarch of the family.
They run a ranch, and they're going on hard times. Stuff has happened with the fam. Stuff has happened with these 2 boys. Stuff has happened.
Life is not being too kind to them.
Yeah,
and then out of the blue, Royal discovers a crater,
just this giant ass hole that
perfectly cut hole in the middle in the western part of his ranch. And he doesn't know what it is.
And it's just, there's no end to it. He's dropping things in it. You don't see an end. And it's just there.
It's just there. You have no idea what it is. And that's basically the synopsis. That's it. That's the synopsis of the story.
And the drama that comes around this hole. Because there is very mysterious things around this hole.
Yeah.
There's very mysterious things around Roy's origins.
Yeah, Roy's origins does come up. And it is odd. When you hear it, it is very odd. There's this woman that appears out of nowhere. Don't know what that's all about either. It's
one of his rival ranchers wants a piece of his land. The exact same piece
that hole is on. I will say, though, I'm not going to say what, but you will find out later, I think, why that is. So they do answer that question in the second episode. So this is going to be kind of a joint review of the first 2.
Yeah, first 2 episodes.
So basically, how much can we say, though, without giving too much away?
I'll probably say, basically, so Josh Brolin's doing a great job in this.
Oh, Josh Brolin is... his acting is great.
He's doing a great job as Roy. You really feel him being like the patriarch, this family man who
cares about, loves his family to death.
He's trying to keep it together. He's trying to fight for the ranch.
Life is just not letting.
And this is a plot line that you've seen in many shows or movies that involves a ranch.
Especially
the old ranch.
Yeah, like Yellowstone. Have you seen that? Kind of like
someone wants to buy it and they don't want to buy it. It's been in the family. You've seen this.
They're holding on to it with but tooth and nail. They're holding on. That they're holding on to it by. And so he has 2 boys, and you find out that he has a daughter. That's not really much of a spoiler, I don't think. He finds out a daughter who's been missing. No, a daughter-in-law. Sorry, daughter-in-law. My bad.
One of his sons
was married. And she's been missing for a short amount of, actually for not a long time, for about 9 months.
Yeah, about 9 months.
So they're dealing with that. They're dealing with her being just gone. Gone.
No one knows where she went. No one knows where.
His son is kind of a bum, but he's really good at rodeo. So they have hope that he could do that. Yeah. And and his other son obviously.
And both of his sons really want to sell this land. It's a big deal about it. Good question you're making this. It's a big deal about it. And basically, the vibe you get is, even if none of these other events,
if this hole wasn't a thing,
they still would have problems.
Yeah, a lot of
which is what I always say. I tell Seth all the time. I noticed that some of the best mysteries and some of the best use of supernatural or sci-fi elements in stories,
if it didn't exist.
Yeah, it would still be. The sci-fi element is the topping, not the cake.
Yeah, not the cake.
It's like the cake is this family dealing with all this crazy, this is awful stuff. Mm-hmm. But the hole and everything surrounding the hole, which we won't spoil here, is the extra layer of intrigue, the extra layer of
it adds so much more to the story.
It gives it this extra vibe of just
especially the second episode where they kind of do this epic twist and you're like, whoa! It's as a guy, the second episode twist, holy shit! It was nuts.
Everyone's doing a great job in this. The sons are doing a good job. You really connected.
The mom is doing a good job.
Oh yeah, the mother, she's great.
She's not a bad character so far. This whole thing, not a bad character at all.
No.
It's not really bad character at all.
Even the children of the rival rancher, I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Wayne.
Even the children of the rival rancher, Wayne, they're a little you know, they're exactly how you imagine
some rich, some rich. Born, I don't know, like some rich country kids would act. I guess
some kids whose daddy got a country twang and walks around with a cowboy hat who's super rich. How do you imagine his kids when
they drive 4-wheelers, the dirt bikes? They got big, nice cars,
big ass trucks, and
especially the testicles.
They're exactly how you imagine some super rich rednecks kids would be.
And the other two act kind of like a not dysfunctional. That's the wrong word. A semi-problematic family. Like I said, one's going through some shit. One's kind of a bum and he doesn't have a lot of drive in life.
Yeah, he's trying to figure it out.
He has a lot of self-doubt. He has a lot of confidence issues. Because there's this scene... excuse me. There's a scene at a bar where, like, he's trying to get this girl, and he kind of walks up to her, but then this guy takes her away, and he's like, shit.
Yeah, it just kind of happens.
Yeah, and he makes a lot of excuses about his confidence. He has a lot of confidence issues, so there's that, too. He does a great job of portraying a guy like that.
At the heart of this story is a mystery.
We don't know what deep mystery. There's a lot of Chekhov's guns.
There's so much
in this show.
We don't know why this whole popped up. We don't know what this whole is about.
The show starts off with this story of, I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but it's the story of Kronos from Greek myth. If you know about the story of Kronos, then you might have an idea of what they're talking about. And it starts off that way. In the end, the word fate gets tossed around a bit.
A lot. Fate is tossed around quite a bit.
Quite a bit. So this is obviously... Well, to be honest, we don't know. This is me guessing. It's very Greek tragedy inspired.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing. I'll be honest, because they really don't give much away in the first 2 episodes. So you kind of left with a lot of hints, but not a lot of, like, plot points.
And there's, like I said, there's a lot of points. So, like, this is one of those great shows, at least to me, in my opinion, where there's so much on the board and there's so many directions it can go.
There's so much on the board, and you just don't know where. Basically, if you ever see that board, there's no string attached to any of the shit yet. It's just a lot of pictures and pins. No string. We don't know where it's connecting.
There are ideas you might have, and they might not even be true. For instance, I'll tell you right now, the end of the first episode, what we thought had happened,
it didn't happen.
Something else happened. We were like, what the fuck? Okay, I didn't see that coming. Like I say, if you're into mysteries, if you're into
thriller mysteries, especially thriller mysteries, if you love that shit, you'll love it.
Well, not just that, but if you're into some of the more sci-fi, because like we don't know if it's sci-fi or if it's
mythological,
or supernatural. We don't know that yet. But if you're into that kind of a genre of a thing, there is something interesting here. Yeah. Mixing up the mystery with the supernatural. It's kind of some Stephen King shit to mix up the mystery and the supernatural.
This doesn't take place in Maine.
It does not take place in Wyoming.
Wyoming takes place in Wyoming.
Which there was a great line, by the way, by Wayne.
There's a great line by Wayne where basically he goes and confronts Wayne. I don't think this is much of a spoiler.
Yeah, go ahead.
He goes and confronts Wayne about the land because he wants to buy it, or he wants to not buy his land. He wants to basically steal it because as his lawyers say, a topography fuck up. And
which may or may not be because of that.
May not be because of that at all. Because he may have bought someone off, and it's the whole lot of shit. So basically, he goes to him and he's like, "You're stealing my land." He's like, "Man, son, this is Wyoming. Every every piece of land here is stolen." And I was like, "Whoa, that's deep."
I was like,
yeah, me and Deshaun were like, "Whoa,
stole your land. Everything's stolen here."
It's like.
Well,
I mean, he's not 100% wrong.
When you put it like that.
He's not 100% wrong.
But why does he want that specific
And they do give you a hint at the end of this. I'm not going to say what it is, but they do give you a hint at the end of the second episode why he might want it.
That specific piece of land.
That specific piece of land. Because they show something in the background. They're like, oh, is that why he wants it? Like, it's like that. It's that kind of whole thing. But I don't think we can say much more. We would start spoiling it easily if
I'll
we start
tell you this.
More.
If you're into mystery and the more... It's a fantastical mystery thriller. Yeah. That's what I call it. It's a fantastical mystery thriller. I can't say if it's a sci-fi or a fantasy yet because we don't know the nature of it.
Really. Or a Greek tragedy. I could be totally wrong about that too.
But it's a mystery, and like the more you watch it, the more you want you kind of salivate to have the answers of what the fuck's up with this hole. Why is this woman here? What's up with him? How did he get here? There are mysteries behind the main protagonist. There are mysteries around this woman. There's mysteries around why this homeboy wants this land in the first place.
Yeah. There's a lot of mystery. Like I said, there's a lot of Chekhov's gun in this whole thing. They put plot points in that I think they're going to want you to remember. That actually might work to the show's detriment at some point if they continue on for a long time. Because at some point I'm going to be like, okay, all those Chekhov's guns you said, and I forgot them. So it might be detrimental. But if this is only like a one-season show where they have, like, say, for example, 12 episodes, and then they're done, and I'm like, okay, that'll be great. But if they keep going longer than that, I'm going to be like, ugh. So we'll see. We'll see. So
but for
far,
the
first two episodes, I give it a 9.5.
I'll give it a 9. I give the first two episodes a 9.
It's almost a 10.
I had a great time watching it. It was it's funny when we started watching it. Like Seth and me were hanging out, and it was a show that I was gonna watch it anyways.
Yeah.
Seth was here, so I was like, hey man, we'll watch the show. We always watch stuff, you know.
I like westerns. I like Longmire, so worked out for me. So.
There's a bit of that in there too, of course, with the nature of the environment and whatnot. So it's a genre. It's a genre combo of things. There's a bit of Longmire in there.
There's a bit of Longmire. There's a bit of like Cthulhu, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's a bit of like American Gods in there with the imagery.
There is another thing too. There's another thing too that happens with this buffalo. That kind of shows up out of nowhere. So there's a lot of imagery in this whole thing. So it's just very, very like I said, a lot of Chekhov's gun.
I just hope that the answer to the mystery isn't underwhelming. This is what.
Oh yeah, I mean
that's the only worry about the show is right now. Setup fantastic, but if the actual payoff is like underwhelming, that would be very disappointing. But anyways, Seth gives it a 9.5. I give it a 9.
Go if you have Amazon Prime, see it.
Yeah, the first two episodes are up there. They're coming out every Friday, so
I think Sean, you're probably gonna follow the show, right?
Oh yeah. I'll follow it up. Like I'll do what I usually do, and what I usually do is I gotta admit, unless it's like a big, huge show, I don't really review it weekly. What I do is I review the first few episodes. Then after the whole thing's wrapped up, I review the whole season.
Yeah, the way this story's going, you might do it weekly. The way this story's going,
we'll see. We'll see.
But anyway, guys, if you have Amazon Prime, please see it. It's a great show.
Outer Range.
Outer Range, like I said, if you love thriller, mysteries, potential Greek tragedies, potential sci-fi and supernatural,
it's a mashup.
Yeah, you're gonna love this show. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us on
Time Game Movie Show.
Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of us in the future, and we shall see you
on the next one.
Goodbye.